welcome to another video. Welcome to Cape Town. It's just fantastic here. I hope the wind's not too bad. It's I don't want to be pointing it into sun, but the wind I think is coming from here. But it's good to see you all, and gosh, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Lots going on, but here I am in Cape Town. Got a really good adventure plan. Rented a vehicle going up into the hills, where I'm hoping to get some brilliant sights, do some astrophotography, do some good cooking, stay in a little Airbnb that I found which looks brilliant, and really enjoy this area. So hope you enjoy the video. It's been a long time, so I'm going to make it a good one. Well, it's a windy morning and I hope it's not too bad on the coastal road, but what about this machine here? It's a Royal Enfield 500 Classic, and this is going to be my wheels for the next couple of days. I'm really excited about it. At the moment I'm having to give 100% of my brain to riding this thing. It's such a high wind. I'll just pan this GoPro around now and just quickly show you the sort of wind and the waves and wind skidding off the surface of the sea, and you can see how I'm being rocked around here. But I don't want to be doing any filming as I'm on the bike. I've left obviously main Cape Town. I've gone through Camps Bay and I'm now cycling to a lovely place called Chapman's Peak. I don't like doing these things too publicly, but I'm in Stellenbosch now, which yeah, up until now I haven't really enjoyed it. It's I've been sandblasted by and battered by winds. I picked a coastal route which obviously on paper looked nice, but in the conditions it's gusting 40 miles an hour at times, and I've just been sandblasted. Thank you, that's really kind. Sorry, that's my flat white, which I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, so I was spending most of my time just hanging on rather than filming. So now that I've come inland, and as I say, I'm in Stellenbosch, which I've been to many years ago. It is still a university town, really lovely, young sort of, really sort of happening alive place. Lots of lovely little cafes, and so I'm going to have a bite to eat here. Really late breakfast. It's 11:30 now, and try this. God, I need that. And hopefully now that the wind's died down, I'll be able to do a bit more filming and maybe get the drone out without it disappearing off to sea. But I'm going to have Eggs Benedict, I think, now, and then get on with the ride. I'll speak to you later. Well, I'm just about to get back on my bike here. Had a brilliant breakfast. That was 2 coffees, a Coke, and Eggs Benedict with a lovely pork belly rasher instead of the normal ham. Really delicious. It came to 160 rand, which is about £6 today, and that's in quite a sort of salubrious part of town. Really, it's not the, you know, it's a tourist place, so it's quite, you know, the price is a little bit hiked. So you know, coming out here, you know, you spend your money to get out here if you're coming on holiday, but once you're here it's just so reasonable. So anyway, I'm gonna get wired up. Hopefully the weather will have settled down, and I've got about 120 miles to go now to my little Airbnb, so look forward to it, and I'll do some filming on the way. Oh, look, an idiot. Folks, I'm not stopping the engine. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I turned onto this track and my thing said 25 miles still to go, and I'm going on at absolutely about 15 miles an hour. It's lovely, as you can see, amazing, but I really get cracking on, else I'm going to be there in the dark. But yeah, it's been I've just been belted and battered all this journey with high winds and rain. Back of my thumb as well, and yeah, I'm just going to get going now and speak to you when I'm there. Not too long now. Well, I'm here. It was not the greatest of journeys. It's a great place to get to. Well, not a great place to get to. It's a fantastic place. There wasn't anything in the advertising that said how horrendous the track was up to here. Once you turn off the main road, it's 15 miles of dirt track. Then you get to the gate of the place. Then there's 5 miles of the most horrendous storm damaged path is about the best. I mean, they've got 4x4s here, which is fine, but there's nothing that says, oh, just make sure you've got a suitable vehicle. I nearly came off countless times. It was horrendous. I've got to get myself cheered up and enthusiastic. The lodge is really nice. It's rustic as hell, which is great. The view is just quite incredible. I've got a sort of sitting room that looks out onto this amazing view, which is a sort of kitchen diner as well, and then the shower off that, and it leads through to an extremely rustic bedroom, but I don't care. I'm that tired. I've got lots of wood now for a braai barbecue, so I'm going to actually light that, otherwise I'm going to be well behind. And there's a hot tub which is wood fired, and I've got the instructions for that, and I think I'm going to get in that as well. Just need to get my cool back together, because that was just it was just horrendous, that last hour and a half. Horrendous. And took the edge off what was quite an enjoyable little visit. But anyway, not too it seemed too enthusiastic, but it's difficult when you get something like that happening to you that's just unbelievably difficult and misadvertised. And but here I am. I got here. I'm just already starting to worry about the way home. Never mind. Let's get that barbecue fired up. Well, the braai. Get this hot tub going. First time. It's a wood-fired hot tub, which is a new one on me. You make a fire in and it just radiates the heat out into the hot tub, but don't worry, it does say leave the cover on until the fire's burning properly, because it helps the water heat up pretty quickly. So I'll get those in there. So yeah, you can just make the fire in there. There's the chimney. What can possibly go wrong? I'm just having to do various filming. I'm not going to provide probably the best edit of perfect cameras, perfect sound, but I'm just having to use really what comes to hand, because I'm juggling a barbecue, a hot tub and getting the food ready at the moment. But it really is quite an amazing setting here. I'm doing a little time lapse over here, so I don't want to walk in front of this camera, but I'll show you around the other side. It's, yeah, I'm in my happy place now. And here's Harry Enfield, my trusty steed. Did me extremely well on that horrendous track. Good on you. Single cylinder 500. There you go, it's the classic 500. What a machine. Really comfortable. That's the main thing. It was a really comfy ride. I stopped at this amazing butcher's on the way over, and a nice gentleman called Johan served me. It's been highly recommended by the lady that runs this place. And sorry, the chuckle. Just look at these. This is a massive T-bone. Absolutely fantastic. It's about 1.5 inches thick. I haven't got many vegetables. I managed to get some mushrooms, but these are chili poppers, so they bake them with cream cheese and chili. So they're a bit of my veg. And for tomorrow morning I've got some excellent bockwurst sausages, and these are cheese and I forget what sausages, so they're going to be good. But all that lot, that's a massive steak. That cost me under £10, which is about $12. And that is one of the biggest T-bones I've seen. And I'm just going to put this steak on near the fire just to render the fats down a bit, and then I'll season it up, ready to go. I don't know if you can see me, but I am getting in a better mood. God, what a journey! Anyway, look at that. There's my hand. There's a comparison for you. Just got some mushrooms that I bought in the, what was it called? The little petrol station. I might even put these little bacon poppers in. For the steak, I've got some of this, which is chili and lime salt. It's called Chipotle recipe that I got from the supermarket, and I managed to get just a little thing of olive oil to season the steak with. I'll see if they've got some salt and pepper. I hope they have. Allowing for the wind. So that's chili poppers, mushrooms with a bit of olive oil. Now I'm going to just point this down at the barbecue here. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. There's a bit of wind noise I expect, but there's no real place to set the camera down there, so you can just I'll speak up and hopefully you can hear what I'm talking about. Try and get that fat nice and crispy. I see my camera's taking a bit of a wobble. It's getting a little bit windy, but if it's wobbling too much, I'm going to have to rescue you and try a different angle. think that steak's done. So that's going to need a good 15 minutes relax time. Good. Just a small platter for one. Look at that. Move those juices out of the pan. Right, so they're obviously very used to people having steak here. Steak knives, let's have a look at this. That is just how I like it. I usually ruin a steak on a barbecue. That is, I've got to show you again, close up. But that is just how I like my steak, nice and pink. I won't put that in. I'm learning my lesson, because if I stick that in, then I won't be able to talk to you and tell you how, well, how good or bad it was. So let's get a nice piece like that and give that a go. That's one of the best. That is one of the best. I don't know whether it's because it's been a little bit of a stressful day that you're just sort of thankful for it, but I'm not sure. It's nice. Just I rested the steak on top of the mushrooms and made them taste really beefy. Let's try one of these chili poppers. So, has that got is that in focus? There you go. Johan, the guy that did it, said, I've taken out the seeds so that you don't have to go to hospital. Oh, that was brilliant. There's a shot to him there preparing stuff. He's a great guy. But I like that, so you don't have to get to hospital. I don't know what that is in there. There's a sort of, I think there might be a bit of sausage in there as well. And certainly chili. Well, let's give it a go. I've got drink at the ready. That is just delicious. I think he's got some sort of sausage in there, cream cheese, and then he's coated it, he's wrapped a big chilli around that and then wrapped that in bacon, and God, it's heat. There's a bit of heat, but it's not horrendous, and it's just delicious. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'll just sort of take it apart a bit. Yeah, there's a little kind of Frankfurter like sausage in there, which in itself is delicious. And then my battery ran out, so we got past the sausage, and then there's this lovely green chili with cream cheese and then wrapped in bacon. I've had things like this before, but I've just never had it so good. It's just something else. Just brilliant. Right, folks, well, last thing you want to do is watch me for half an hour finishing off this steak. I'll finish it, have a little bit of a tidy, and maybe a little chat from the hot tub. Who knows? Good. Speak in a bit. here's one of my coffee brewer bags. You fill it up to whatever strength you want it. And I've used this one before actually, so they are reusable. I've filled it full of that sort of filter material in there with coffee grounds. You can tell I've used it because the spout's actually already been taken off, and I'm going to use that and have a nice coffee. How incredibly British is this? In the rain, in a hot tub in South Africa with a cup of coffee. That fire mechanism for getting this warm is incredible. It's as hot as I would have a bath. It's brilliant. That's sort of 3/4 of a bag of the wood that they gave, and well, you know, it's quite a body of water to heat. So I'm happy, even if the camera isn't getting wet. But I think that's probably enough for tonight. I've literally arrived, got everything just shoved in various rooms. It's a real state in there, but this has been good for the head. Not been a great month actually. We lost our lovely Jack Russell puppy. Well, we always called her a puppy, but she was nearly 16, our lovely Pip, and we were umming and ahhing about whether we'd ever be ready to replace her. No, not replace her, but you know, get another dog, another Jack Russell. We've got Jem, our lovely spaniel, and I couldn't stand it without having Jem, our spaniel, was really suffering. You could tell she was grieving, and off my own back I chose a Jack Russell from near Birmingham, and I took the gamble of surprising the family and my wife with it. God, please don't blow into here. I'll have to go. But anyway, this is what happened.
What's with this tail?
So we all love her. She's called Pudding, and yeah, she's a great member of the family, getting up to all sorts, and I think I made the right decision. So, bog-roll is luckily that wood is really very dry that they supply, so hopefully it will take. But trouble is they're quite big pieces, but we'll see.
Good morning. Well, as you can see, it's a pretty special morning. It's raining, which is going to make that track quite special, but I'll just take it pretty slowly. I've got a coffee, which is good. I'm not going to cook any breakfast. I just really want to concentrate on getting away early and probably stop somewhere on the way. But it really is quite bad, the weather. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll try and get a bit of footage of the way home, but very much doubt it because I can't really see a hand in front of my face. But yeah, it was a good night and I had a good night's sleep. But yes, I'll try and get the videos a little bit more regular now. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I very much look forward to seeing you again.
It's me on my way. It's just truly horrendous, the conditions, so need all my concentration. Won't be doing any filming, but yeah, I know I said goodbye, but I just thought I'd give a final to Tarp from the bike. Let's hope it starts. One good thing. See you soon. I never thought I'd be pleased to see a dirt track Well, these things are sent to try us, and it's certainly been an adventure. I'm just going to clean my glasses, and still regret that I got an open face helmet. I just thought it looked a bit more in theme with the Royal Enfield. But my friend who, funnily enough, one of my squadron commanders, in fact one of my favourite squadron commanders from the Air Force time, in fact Martin, yeah, you're my favourite. He's in Franschhoek, and he says the weather's quite a lot better down there, so at least I know I'm heading into better weather. So yep, that was quite an adventure. Still got 20 miles of this track to go, but in comparison with 5 miles of that track up to the reserve, then I'll take it, and when I get to the road I'll just be relieved. But yeah, I'll try and talk to you if there's, and show you of anything of interest on the way back, but I think the weather's going to be pretty horrendous, but we'll see how we do. Speak to you soon.